Dear quietly rich friend, what if the reason you struggle with money isn't because you're lazy, isn't because you're unlucky, isn't because you're doing something wrong, but simply because your brain was never wired to receive wealth? You see, we talk a lot about changing habits, setting goals, pushing harder, thinking positive, but few ever stop to ask, what are the neurological patterns running the show behind my money story? Because the truth is, your brain is always listening. It records everything. Every belief you picked up about struggle, every fear you absorbed about success, every emotional memory attached to not having enough. And if those patterns are still running today, then even when abundance knocks, your brain might quietly close the door. You want to be rich, but part of you fears the pressure, the visibility, the judgment. You dream of financial abundance, but deep down you believe it's for other people. You set goals, but your subconscious money beliefs keep resetting the thermostat of your life, back to struggle, back to scarcity. This isn't failure, it's programming. The good news? Your brain is changeable. You can reprogram it. This video is not just about motivation. It's about neurological transformation, about shifting the patterns of survival into the energy of success. It's about finally feeling safe to receive, to hold, to expand. And most of all, it's about rewiring your brain to vibrate with wealth, success, and abundance energy from the inside out. So stay with this video until the very end, because in the final segment, I'll share a simple yet powerful affirmation that can shift your money vibration and open the flow of abundance that's been waiting for you. Dear quietly rich friend, let's go deeper. Your relationship with wealth didn't begin with your first paycheck. It began in childhood, in your nervous system, in your earliest emotional experiences with money. Maybe you saw your parents argue about bills. Maybe you felt guilt when someone bought you something expensive. Maybe you were taught to be humble, to never ask, to avoid looking greedy. Those moments didn't just hurt. They rewired your brain. They told your nervous system, money is unsafe. Having more means conflict. Asking for more means shame. So now, as an adult, you try to shift your wealth mindset. You read books. You listen to podcasts. You make vision boards. But nothing sticks, because your brain is still playing the old track. The one that says, abundance is dangerous. Don't get too big. Don't receive too much. You won't be able to hold it. This is how your subconscious money beliefs quietly sabotage you. You procrastinate on opportunities. You undercharge your worth. You reject the very things you say you want. But here's the beautiful truth. The brain can change. Thanks to neuroplasticity, we now know that old pathways can fade. New ones can form. New associations can be built. You are not stuck. You are simply patterned. And you can choose again. By giving your brain new emotional experiences with money, by combining thought, feeling, and repetition, you can begin to shift your money vibration at the root. And that, dear friend, is where the real wealth journey begins. Dear quietly rich friend, money is more than paper. It's more than numbers. It's more than income. Money is energy. And more than that, money is feedback. It reflects the emotional tone you hold about your own value. This is what we mean when we talk about money vibration. It's not about chanting in front of a mirror. It's about the quiet hum of belief inside you. The feeling of I am supported versus I am on my own. When you think about success, does your body tense? When you imagine having more money, does guilt whisper, you don't deserve that? When opportunity shows up, do you sabotage it before it gets too close? These are not just bad habits. They're vibrational patterns. They're evidence of neural pathways formed around survival, not success. But here's where science and spirit meet. The law of attraction says, you attract what you feel safe to receive. And neuroscience agrees. The brain will only move toward what it perceives as safe and familiar. So if you want wealth, you must train your vibration to see abundance not as a threat, but as your new normal. That starts with emotional practice. Feeling what it's like to walk through life calmly wealthy. Visualizing not just riches, but peace. Not just luxury, but lightness. Because the real shift happens when your brain and your spirit agree. I am allowed to thrive. You no longer need to fight for money. You only need to align. Dear quietly rich friend, let's bring this to the ground, to your breath, to your body. You don't need a 10-step plan. You need new wiring. And that starts with repetition plus feeling. Your brain doesn't change through information. It changes through emotionally charged experience. Here's what you can try. First, your language. Every time you say, "That's too expensive," replace it with, "I'm open to receiving more to afford what I desire." Every time you say, "I don't know how to make more money," try, "I'm excited to discover new pathways to abundance." Second, visualization. Not the kind that stresses you out with jets and mansions, but the kind that calms your nervous system. Close your eyes. Picture your brain glowing in golden light. Feel new connections forming between worth, joy, peace, and receiving. Say gently, "Wealth feels safe in my body." Third, daily micro-rituals. Before checking your bank app, place your hand over your heart. Whisper, "No matter what I see, I am safe. I am supported. I am becoming." As you fall asleep at night, repeat this affirmation. "It is safe for me to succeed. My brain is learning to love abundance. I no longer shrink to survive, I expand to thrive." This is how we rewire, not by force, but by returning, again and again, until wealth becomes your home frequency. Dear quietly rich friend, look how far you've come. You've gone from asking, "Why can't I seem to change my financial reality?" to realizing, your brain has been trying to protect you, not punish you. Every block, every fear, every moment of sabotage wasn't proof that you were broken. It was proof that your system was overprotective. But you've outgrown that story. And now, it's time to thank the brain that kept you safe and guide it gently into your next chapter. You no longer need to fear wealth. You no longer need to resist success. You are no longer loyal to lack. You're ready to rewire. So here, now, in this quiet moment, let's speak this powerful affirmation together. Let it sink in. Let it vibrate through you. I rewire my brain for wealth and joy. Abundance is safe. Success is familiar. Money flows to me because I am aligned, open, and worthy. Say it once, then say it again tomorrow, and the next day, because you're not just changing your life, you're changing your frequency, your identity, your legacy, and it begins with a single belief. I am ready.